I've been getting this question a lot, so I thought I would take the time to address it. This topic of visualization. So we know in most of the brain retraining spaces, programs, world, that visualization is a big part of the work, right? We know the benefits of visualization. I love visualization. I love how it primes us for the experience that we're working towards, right? I love how it can change our internal chemistry, how we can connect to dose chemistry while we're in these visualizations, how they're a way to elevate and change our states. So there's so much goodness with visualization. But I'm going to also say that I think there's a lot of fear in this community that if you don't visualize, you're not going to heal. And I'm just going to bring it back to this point that there are many pathways to safety. There are many pathways to healing. And I've worked with, close to 1,000 people at this point in this community. And there have been many of them who have not resonated with visualization or have had blocks towards it, or difficulty doing it for whatever reason. And they still heal. They still heal. Now, my second point is, if you've been on this journey for a while and you're noticing that there is some resistance with visualization, right? Resistance. So you're feeling like, I don't really want to do it, or I can't really go there right now, but you're feeling like you can do some of the somatic work, or you're feeling more drawn to more body-based work, or inner work. Maybe it's parts work, or other type of practices. I'm going to offer you something different, a new perspective, because you're probably being really hard on yourself around this work, right? You're probably saying like, well, I'm not visualizing, so then I'm doing it wrong, or I'm not doing enough. And I'm going to bring you another perspective. What if the reason visualization doesn't feel accessible right now is because your mind-body system is asking you to be here now? What if it's a good sign? What if it means that you've built enough safety within yourself that you don't need to escape anymore? Right? Visualization, for me at least, in the past has been a form of escapism, especially early on in those days where I didn't want to be in this body of mine. It was hell in here. Of course I don't want to stay here. So visualization was an effective way to remove myself from a reality that I could not face, that was, just such a struggle, and there was a purpose to it. And it was necessary, and it was needed, and it was life-saving. But there came a time in my journey where it felt like every time I would sit to visualize that there was this resistance, this pull towards, no, come back here now. We want to be here now. And so that's when I started to really, turn towards more of the somatic work. And I found safety in a new way. I found safety in the present moment within my body, not trying to escape it or run away from it, but here now. And that is a whole new level of safety and expansion and embodiment. And so I allowed that, I honored that. And so if you're at the stage right now where you feel like you're feeling more called towards some somatic tools, and being more in your body, finding, called towards, ways where you can be present and here and now. And I'm going to invite you to honor that. Don't judge it. Don't berate yourself or punish yourself for not doing your visuals. Be here, honor that, and see it as a sign of healing. That you don't need to escape anymore. You don't need to run anymore. That it's safe to be here now. That's big. That is big. Let me know what you're thinking in the comments. Maybe you've already experienced this. Maybe this message gave you permission to let go of some of that pressure to get in those visualizations. And also, on another note, your practice is going to change as you change. It's going to evolve as you evolve. It's not going to stay the same as it is now, or in weeks from now or months from now. It's going to evolve. It should evolve. It should change. And so there are going to be seasons where you're called more towards one type of practice or types of healing work, and times when you're called to others. And that's okay. You don't have to do it all. And you're going to find also, like I have, when I had so much resistance towards visualization and took that as a sign, a good sign that I needed to be here now and with what is, and I honored that and I moved with that, in time, that pull towards visualizing my future and my goals and my hopes and my dreams, it came back. And so I just wanted to normalize what you're feeling right now and also offer you a different perspective. Let me know in the comments what you think about this, how it feels, and yeah, let's get this conversation going.